Ever wonder why shonen anime dominates the streaming charts? It's not just flashy fight scenes, you know, like it's about carefully constructed worlds and power systems. But what happens when a beloved series like throws those rules out the window? Usagi's adventures are thrilling, but the show's biggest weakness is a lack of consistent power scaling. And for fans accustomed to the detailed systems in or S wins and losses can feel arbitrary. It doesn't diminish the legacy, but highlights why modern shonen epics feel so structured that um, beyond the glitter and visuals, the universe is surprisingly detailed. A moon kingdom reincarnation, cosmic guardians. Uh, but how do the powers work? And how do characters like Usagi actually grow stronger? Um, it feels like abilities appear when the story demands it, not through training. Uh, and this uh, compare this to shonen. Afflex in general, RNG, the in mini chakra, uh, and these systems is that they define limitations in logic environment. Um, when new villains appear, characters have clear paths to victory. Relies more on emotion, which is great for drama but terrible for long-term tension. The series features powerful artifacts like the silver crystal and Usagi's eternal form, but these power-ups lack logic, and they see they're often introduced with minimal setup, and their limits are unclear. Is Usagi winning because she's brave, or because the silver crystal uh, can do anything? It undercuts the tension. Shonen anime rarely relies on empathy for narrative decisions and introduce power-ups that must be earned. And some would kanji work hard, visibly training to harness even a fraction of the silver crystal's power. And the spontaneous nature of keeps things lighthearted, but prevents battles from feeling strategically satisfying. Modern fans want action that feels both logical and earned, and struggles to deliver throughout 200 episodes. Uh, Usagi is clearly the star. Um, the Sailor Guardians are iconic, but their skill progression is vague. Uh, while Usagi constantly levels up, her allies are often left behind, treated as background characters. Sailors Mercury and Mars rarely receive the same combat development as Usagi. Uh, Considering she relies heavily on her team, it's disappointing. The lack of a proper magic system denies her supporting cast the chance to become stronger. This never happens in shonen adventures. In secondary characters evolve alongside the lead. Um, in the Guardians are great at having Usagi's back, but lack the emotional depth and character nuance of their shonen counterparts. Shonen anime addresses these issues, which is why it's more appealing to modern audiences. Everyone expects the main character to grow, but seeing the supporting cast evolve with them is a key shonen trope, as modern anime audiences favor fast-paced shonen. Its popularity might be waning. But the series never intended to tell the same adventure as or rock. Uh, it finds magic in the symbolic, built on emotion, compassion, and destiny. Uh, and this makes feel lackluster to those expecting internal logic and power systems. But this is what makes it unique and powerful. It used in Usagi's world, love is the superpower that saves the world. Um, has its own emotional power scaling, where love conquers all business. This feels dated next to grounded systems, like cursed energy. Then and kind of regardless, um, these emotional beats are the heart of the story. And with the poorly defined magic system makes it both timeless and frustrating, um, and may feel like a relic, not satisfying cravings for structure. But Usagi's world has always been powered by feelings, not rules, and modern anime hasn't replicated it even decades later. Did you know that if Sailor Moon and Goku ever fought, it wouldn't be about power levels, but who could cry the loudest? Just kidding. Mostly. Uh, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.
Ah, say.